Demeech's Hurricane Party, Part 2. I'm out here outside. Right now it is not raining. I feel like a weatherman more than anything right now, just being out here with some strong winds. Thank you, Uncle Nick. The reason why I'm doing this is because I did a stream back in 2022 called Demeech's Hurricane Party, and that was one of the most popular streams. I want to see what the weather is like out here. Just see some of those strong winds. It's kind of set down a little bit. Look, I'm a professional idiot. If I'm going to be outside like this, I'm going to make sure that it's somewhat safe. Probably never a good idea to be out during a storm surge or hurricane in general, but there we go. There we go. You see that? The winds are starting to pick up, and it's only going to get crazier from here. Look at that. It's not raining yet. You saw a little bit of lightning. Oh, the sound got muted for a second, but I was saying, yeah, this is the sequel to the Hurricane Party. And let's take a little tour outside. Ah, look at that. Wow. So it'd probably be a good idea to head inside soon before the hurricane gets worse. Like I said, not in the direct path, so I'm gonna be okay, but at the same time, if you are in the direct path or just in general, stay safe. And thank you, Uncle Nick, for the donation. What is up, Star Chronics? We're out here during the hurricane. So every hurricane stream that I do always takes place outside at the beginning. I kind of want to stay here longer, but I got nowhere to sit down. I'm just standing up. Yeah. What's up, Rampin'? So let's go inside and play some DS games. How does that sound? Now it's starting to rain. It's starting to sprinkle a bit. If I had a place to set up, I would just bring my DS capture out here. Have some fun with that. But yeah, probably should start heading in now. Alright, sound's back on. We're gonna play some DS games. Just get everything set up. Show you my lighting system. You got Mario here. Luigi lighting up my room. And let's begin. You got some extreme rate buttons that I was using there. The worst part about having no power is having no air conditioning. Oh my gosh, J-Mini Christmas. So let's see. Probably should have a candle for some better lighting, but I'll just have the Mario Brothers for now. I do have a candle, by the way. A few of them, actually. It's my usual lighting there, but unfortunately, That isn't going to work. But yeah, let's play some DS games. I got my DSML here. This one's the red one. This is not the capture modded one. The capture modded one, let me see where that is. It's a little hard to see in the dark, but oh well. Yeah, this one's the capture modded one here, the Shrek Green one. The only problem is the screen quality on that one for some reason is a little dim. But yeah, don't get used to it, Nick2751. I've only done a Hurricane stream one other time. And out of all people, guess who showed up? If you remember, you're an OG. Wow, you can see it's kind of semi-transparent. Screen quality is going to look better for you guys. Yeah, maybe, thanks. So let's see, we got some DS games here. The R4 card mainly to play ROM hacks. Thank you for the donation, Meryl. That was very kind of you. So let's enjoy some newer Super Mario Bros. DS. Drinking hot cocoa and drinking hot tea. No, man, I'm just having water tonight. So we'll start off where we left off in the last stream. It's nice having an R4 card, because what you can do with it is just use it with every DS that you have. It's not digital or anything like that. What is up, JCD? We're gonna see who shows up. I don't know if anyone will, but yes, it was Nathaniel Bandy who showed up in the original Hurricane stream. You can see that the screens look tiny because of the bezels. Like, there's a lot of space. I love the blue shell, but they made it even better in this game. I wonder if I can go through that pipe there. Nah, just decoration. I hope he does too. I don't remember the big swoopers being in the original New Super Mario Brothers. The Sonic filter. Meryl, thank you for the donation once again. Always appreciate the donations, guys. They really help a lot. I love the music in this game. Yeah, this is Yoshi's Island remix. Damn. I love how they got the Mario 3 death jingle to be like the actual New Super Mario Bros. Sound font. Because most of the music uses a Pokemon sound font. I will say, guys, it's going to be harder to actually play the game like this compared to actually using a capture card. Wow, this level really wanted you to use that hammer power-up. Now, the one here is a combination of the blue shell and the hammer suit. Whereas in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it's just the hammer suit. Which is really cool. It's one of the best power-ups in the Mario series. Alright, to get that star coin, I'm gonna need to go find a Buzzy Beetle. Unless I took them out. It's okay, I got another one. Oh, of course, there's one right there. Hey, whoa, 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 Rampin'. The DS is almost 20 years old. It's not 2 decades old yet. I just had to help a neighbor lift the trampoline off their fence and fix the door, which ripped off the hinges. Is that because of the hurricane? I'm assuming it would be, but I hope you guys are staying safe. Hey, Pack Kickin'! I think using the hammer would be good here. Might be a star coin or a secret. Nope. No star coins or secrets there. It's always nice not having a hurricane in your area. Let's see if turning on the flash would help you guys see it better. Well, you can definitely see the DS better. All right! Oh, Harmon Smith's in the chat. Harmon Smith Demeech. Yeah, Harmon Smith. Also, Pal World is a crime. You know, it's weird because usually with lighting or the flash, you would get a bad glare. But with a system like this, no, you don't get that. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, Nintendo, or they tried to sue Pal World, but what they got instead was a PS5 version. I think Pal World could stand a chance, but considering Japan's laws are different, there's not the concept of fair use like there is here. I love how this game uses the Mega Mushroom in actual creative ways. Because Scott DeWaz said in his review of New Super Mario Bros. That it feels like an instant win button, which I kind of get. But in this game, it's used for some creative level design. Robot voice. Dive the robot voice. Rampin', this is not New Super Mario Bros. DS, this is newer Super Mario Bros. DS. This is a mod of New Super Mario Bros. DS. I see someone's a Lonely Goomba fan. Surprisingly, some of the patents were infringing or didn't even exist until after Pal World came out, meaning the retroactive patents specifically out to target an already released game. It seems like Nintendo would have a lot of influence in Japan. I know it was Hugh. Jack Attack, I think you're Blue, Demeech. Was that thing designed to be like a prototype Nintendo controller? I think I saw something similar. Hurricane Party 2 Tropical Storm Boogaloo. Does anyone know who Blue Demeech actually is? What you can use is an R4 card. I believe there's also a Twilight menu if you have a DSi, but you're going to need something modded in order to play it. Be it an R4 card, or modding your DSi, which I haven't done that. I haven't really felt the need to, because I already have a 3DS. But apparently it's pretty easy to do. I thought it was Riders DX2, but he hasn't said it was him. He insisted it wasn't. The mystery of the Demeech clones. I really want to know who Orange Hostess Cupcake Demeech is. Ah, damn. Or maybe not damn. Yes, that's what I like to see. Are you Blue Demeech, Lego boy? No, Blue Demeech happened during Reese's Mario Party 3 stream. It could be Riders DX, but I highly doubt that it is. It's got to be someone in the audience. Imagine if this was actually the real Harmon Smith making Harmon Smith Demeech. Harmon Smith Demeech, Orange Cupcake Demeech, and fiddling enough for this stream. Mountie Miles Demeech is Miles Demeech. Those are my favorites. That actually, this is funny because I'm playing newer Super Mario Bros. DS, and that was one of my favorite videos to make. The reason being the ridiculous skit at the beginning of the video. If you guys remember that, you are an OG. Do you guys remember what went down in that video? The storyline behind it? I'm not playing any Mario Party games on Switch Online, again, outside of Superstars and Jamboree. Only on this channel would you get storylines like that. I wonder what the Yoshi coins do. They just give you points? Mario, there are Yoshi coins and I don't know what they do here. Invalid. I don't know if it was worth it. That was Mountie Miles, all right. I think they've learned their lesson with Mario Party. Took them 12 years? Better late than never, I suppose. J to the P Moreno, you get to work on that. That'd be funny during the stream if you make a list of it. All the weird inside jokes from Demeech. This is newer Super Mario Bros. DS. It's the sequel to newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. Oh, this level is hard. But I'm glad that this level is here because it's one of the most unique. You would not expect this to be a new Super Mario Bros., but here it is in all its glory. I missed that star coin. This game has the blue Koopas, but they don't give you the blue shell. How are you doing, Super Mario Brothers, the channel? I'm playing this with an R4 card in my DSML. You can actually get these DSMLs in, like, the box. It's really cool. They're sold as if they were new DS systems, but what they are, the Fat DS from 2004, the original, the circus freak of a DS, reshelled to look like the DS Lite. That's what an ML is. But we don't know what ML stands for. No coins left behind, ramping. I know exactly what you're referring to. It was the act that caused standardized testing to be the only focus in schools. Oh, nice! I wish I went to homecoming back then. I could have gone, but I didn't go. And I had a date, too. The crumpling of the flyer didn't happen to me. Mainland is a good one. What I used to do in school is because they really just taught for these standardized tests, that's how they metric the entire year. I just got so bored in school that I would often just entertain myself. That caused me to be a distraction in class. I was always getting sent to the office. I got suspended a few times, but it was for the most ridiculous things. One of them was my teacher told me that I was disrupting the class and sent me to the office, and then I got lectured about that. And then I got back from the office immediately to get suspended because I made a paper puppet out of like a paper from a book or a textbook or something. Mainland China is China. Mainland is the one with a population of 1.4 billion people, officially known as the People's Republic of China, which is where this is from. And most of the handhelds. I didn't go either because the place where homecoming was held, literally my cousin had his wedding. Well, that's different. I do not. I actually never failed school. I did okay on the tests. Now in college I was a straight A student for a little bit. But when everything went online, I lost motivation, so I just was concerned about keeping a decent GPA and passing. Damn, what the hell happened there? See, I told you this level was hard. That's a good question. Newer Super Mario Bros. Wii has more levels, and technically more power-ups, but I think newer Super Mario Bros. DS is a bit cooler. I'll give this to newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, though. It has better boss fights, because the ones here are pretty much just the same as the original New Super Mario Bros. But the reason because of that is newer team tried to add new ones, but the code for the bosses was spaghetti code, meaning that it was nearly incomprehensible. But at least they tried to do something interesting with them. So I can't say I blame newer team for that. Oh, you're supposed to jump on these. You missed when I went out during the hurricane. I don't think the fire flower is really going to have much use here. I'm used to Donkey Kong Country where you can't really jump on the mine carts. There we go. Oh, there's anti-gravity of sorts. At least there's some checkpoints. You can only stream vertically on a phone. Although if the mobile format's good, you can do live streams like with a capture card. I have not seen that video. Wow, it is getting hot. There we go. What are some games you wish had more cool mods, ROMs, hacks? Like on the level of newer in the Mario 64 ones? Furious is a crapple shell. I just have a stand for the camera from Amazon. That's how I'm doing it. I use this for shorts too. Gotta say, I'm really impressed how they program this. There we go. With Wonder, I'm not sure if there's even a need for the newer treatment, but I feel like fans could make it. They probably could add some crazy ideas. Wonder is such a creative game that you could really do anything with it. I'm trying to think. That's a good question, though. Maybe Super Mario Brothers 2? Or ones of the Super Mario Land games? Oh, this is the castle. This probably would have been a better level to play as Luigi in. I do not. With the lost levels, there's not much ground there. It's just Super Mario Brothers, but more difficult. Newer Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels. Technically, someone could take Super Mario Brothers and make a really cool hack with the Lost Levels. How the heck am I supposed to get there without Luigi? And that is why Luigi is a superior Mario brother. As I said that, Mario proved his worth. Probably Batman. The best Mario character is 100% factually Rob. Oh, there's another switch I have to hit. Are you the one behind Blue Demeech? Watu, man? What's a thing we got in common? That's weird. Maybe I missed a switch? Oh, never mind. That was a puzzle. It's very clever level design. What's up, Karma Swap? Now that's what I call a certified Mario boss battle. I'm gonna see what my phone's at because I gotta keep it charged. Ooh, it's 43. So we're gonna be streaming for a little bit, and then I gotta charge it up. Just with the flash on. Drains the battery a bit. Rodmar Sim, good to see ya. The Collective, good to see ya here. How's it going, man? I'm gonna add you as a moderator. How are you not yet? Alright, guys, say hello to the Collective Gaming, also known as Furman. He and I went to PAX West, and we had a great time. He did his first panel for Street Pass Live 3, so go check it out on his channel. I'm going to be uploading my version of it soon, but needless to say, it was a blast. Demeech 1, Demeech 2, red Demeech, blue Demeech. Eh. It's a coping mechanism. Actually, it is really hot in the room because the air conditioning's out because the power's out, so I'm gonna just cope with that for 15 minutes. It's a coping mechanism. Let me see if it's actually raining now. That dragged on, didn't it? Now, one of the cool things about the DS-ML or DS Lite or original DS, play some Game Boy Advance. Harmon Smith is not going to approve of that either. But yeah, I will show you my setup. So we're going to switch from the red DSML. Going to switch from the Mario one to the Luigi one. I don't know if there's any rain here. No, it's just so hot in the room. Even the DSML got humidity from it. Oh my gosh. Ugh. This is more like a Shrek green. So this is the capture modded one that I have. And you can see that it has the USB-C, which is where I plug it in. And from there, I'm able to get footage. So that is really cool. But yeah, let's see what game I have in there. Oh, Super Mario 64 DS. Right where we left off. Talk about no talent. So this is the R4 card right here. It is from 2021. And here is the Easy Flash for the Game Boy Advance. Put these two together, you essentially got yourself a retro handheld in a DS. You don't have to use the ML either. You can literally use any DS. I've seen Gators before, yes. Uncle Nick, good to see ya. So the R4 card sometimes isn't recognized only because the actual port itself. That's what happens when game systems get older. They're not as reliable, but it still works. I know that for a fact. I think there's a navy blue and like a onyx color, like graphite. Those ones look pretty good, but also there's something so ugly about the Shrek green and just the color green itself that makes this beautiful. It's like a really dark navy blue. I haven't seen those in stock, but it's been a while since I've seen them in stock. They could be on AliExpress. So let's see what we should play. We're gonna do some more Mario. It is iconic. Ah, Ryder's ruined it with his crappy taste in music. You guys, my support goes to Riders DX because he has chronic COVID because he has a lack of taste all the time. I'm gonna be playing the e-reader levels. So I'll start where I left off. You guys ever realize that the Game Boy Advance really didn't have that long of a lifespan? Released in 2001, and then by 2004 we got the DS. I wonder at some point if we could have gotten an original 2D Mario game that wasn't locked behind the e-reader levels. Lucky! I don't want to think of Brat or any horrible pop music. And you know what's weird? Luigi has a high jump in the e-reader levels only, but not in the main game. There are some okay racing games for the Game Boy Advance. Crash Nitro Kart comes to mind, but how fitting, ML. The problem with Super Circuit is mainly the controls, but it is not aged. I wish I had Super Circuit on this. I could end off the stream with some Super Circuit. I'll just get my cartridge. I don't think you really even need one-up mushrooms. What games are one-up mushrooms that useful and outside of the original Mario games on the NES? Now, purple coins, on the other hand, and Wonder, those are very useful. I think the problem with Double Dash is the controls are so slippery it's hard to go back to. I wasn't expecting that because I remember really enjoying it and how unique it is, but sometimes your impressions of a game back then might not be accurate to how the game actually holds up. Mario Italian. Yeah, from what I've heard, Shifrilus didn't really like Super Mario Kart because it's aged as well as, say it with me, guys, Donatella Versace. I'm sure Riders DX knows all about Donatella Versace. He knows it because of some crappy pop song. I know it because Donatella Versace is... She has not aged well. That's what plastic surgery will do to you. So if you think Botox is fun, you think Botox is going to make you look better, don't do it. Don't get Botox. It's a horrible idea. One prayer for Sonic fans. What's cool about the flashcards is you can literally get the ROM hacks for any game you can think of that's supported on the DS or Game Boy Advance. There are some mods for Super Mario Advance 1 and 2 that restore the color palette. Can you grab this? Yep. I thought that the physics would be like Super Mario Brothers for a second, but looks can be deceiving. I don't like the maze levels either. Oh, wow, Super Circuit over 8 Deluxe. That is a hot take right there. All that glitters is not gold. Where would you place Super Circuit, the collective? We had a little bit of a hurricane, so decided to stream instead of, watch out for the hurricane. Do not try this at home, guys. Play all the DS and Game Boy Advance games you want, but I wouldn't go out in hurricanes. Leave that to the professional idiot. Better get a good power-up for this. Probably wasn't a good idea to play as Luigi in this level. I'm just not used to the physics like this. See if I got any cool power-ups. I'm just gonna use the Fire Flower. Yeah, 8 Deluxe by far. Although I would say Mario Kart DS comes close. The buttons on this thing aren't the greatest, not because they don't work properly, they just are a bit small. It's interesting though that they had the idea to create a system that's essentially an original DS but made in the shell to resemble a DS Lite. Like, why not just sell the... Here's probably what happened with the DSML. So what happened is they had a surplus of parts for the original DS and didn't know what to do with them. So they created this Frankenstein of a DS. It's a little bit like the iPhone SE, except Nintendo hardware is actually good. And got a frog suit. The cape from Super Mario World's actually a power-up here. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what should we do to end things off? Should we play Super Circuit or should I go back outside? Alright, one for Super Circuit. Play board games. Now, you know what? Let's see how much battery I got left. We'll do both. How does that sound? Alright, let me go find Super Circuit. In the meantime, don't be a diva. Could work, Rampin'. I don't even think it's that bad outside anymore.
I don't want to play Super Circuit.
If only Cracker Barrel was open now. That's a good question. I would say maybe the extra flamin' hot or the limon. Play outside board games inside left. All right, we got the goods. We got it. I think I'll switch back to the Mario Woohoo DSML for this. And it's fun because it even has the cover for the Game Boy Advance. And they don't stick out like on the DS Lite. Look at this thing. It's absolutely massive. Just put the R4 card or Super Mario 64 DS in there. Yep, I remember that vividly. Riders DX refers to that episode a lot. Here we go. Here we go. Sonic seems to be doing well this year. What's interesting is that the plastic used here is semi-transparent, but not so much on the green one. I'm glad that out of all the systems I could have got capture modded, it's that Shrek Green DSML. So let's see how well Super Circuit has aged. Blue Demeech, reveal yourself. Now! Let's play Luigi's Circuit. But he's a fan of Taylor Swift. If you saw Lonely Goomba's review of this game, he mentions braking, which is something you don't usually do outside of 200cc. So there's a lot of getting used to this game. And it's not even fun to use the mushrooms because you just bounce off the walls. I don't really hear wind. Ah, this game reeks. There are ideas I like from it, there are tracks I like from it, but man, it has not aged well at all. Come on. You gotta get in the habit of, like, having it step off the gas because you'll go flying if you don't. It's not a fun Mario Kart game to control. We don't know who any of the clones are. Come on, let's go. Ugh, sixth place. I'll just play a good track from the game. I got a bathroom track while you're playing a crappy one. Let's go to 100cc. This is one of my favorite tracks in Mario Kart, despite being from Super Circuit. I applaud Super Circuit for what it did. When it released, pretty impressive. It's like a hybrid of Mario Kart 64 and Super Mario Kart. That being said, neither of those games have aged particularly well. More so Super Mario Kart. So out of the original three, Super Mario Kart has aged the worst, then followed by Super Circuit, and 64 has aged the best. I think the problem is I just wasn't playing as Donkey Kong before. Oh, that was a bad move. I'm doing good, Caleb. How are you? You can actually stop the item roulette by just pressing the L button. That's a fun fact about Super Circuit. I think those are Bowser's footprints. Oh, we're talking about big rigs? How do you have Sunset Wilds without the sunset? And we have beat Sunset Wilds with first place. Alright, time to end things off by seeing how it is outside. 17 miles away from Category 5. Ugh. So let's bring this outside. And let's go back. All right, I'm starting to hear the wind gusts. Super Demeech? The hell is that DS? That's the DSML. I gotta be kind of careful out here because there was like all the stuff we brought in. All right, we're back. Back outside. Got my DSML in the hurricane too. It's not thunder, just wind. So yeah, check this out. DSML in the hurricane. Now that is lightning right there. See the clouds starting to move. Did get a little bit of rain. Not too much though. Lonely Goomba, good to see ya. So where I'm at, it's not too bad. There's some wind right now. I'm outside, just taking a look at the hurricane, enjoying Mother Nature. But the hurricane itself isn't too bad, at least here. But apparently it's evolved into a Category 5. So that is not a good thing. In fact, that's a horrible thing. So it is fairly serious, but not where I'm at. But if you're in the hurricane, stay safe. Don't repeat or don't do what I'm doing. So yeah, since Lonely Goomba is here, might as well continue on a little longer. Alright. My phone's at 28, so I'll be good. Good to go. Alright. Now the stream will continue on for a little bit longer. I was lurking a little with Mario Kart. Yeah, you joined when I thought it was going to end, but hey, show goes on. At least I got a fan I'm hanging out with. But yeah, I'll do some questions and answers. So let's see what we got. I don't know if you can see my shirt too well. It's a Paper Mario one, but you probably can't see it too well. Maybe now? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I actually do have a game to play. So I did get a surprise game that I was debating whether or not to do it at the end. My favorite DS game is Mario Kart DS. I do need to play Bug Fables at some point. Build quality, this seems a little shoddy. But yeah, with Bug Fables, I really want to get into that at some point. Finally getting a remake of Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, really just made me realize what made it so great. I've always felt that way, but, you know, after replaying it, it's truly one of the greatest games of all time. You guys, I'm as blind as a bat without my glasses. It's insane. I tend to usually wear contacts, but I can't see how I put the contacts in, so I just got my glasses. I would have gotten Echoes of Wisdom if there wasn't a hurricane today. Nearly everywhere was closed, except for where I work at, and McDonald's, and Walgreens for a little bit. Favorite Wii shovelware game? I'm not sure. Madagascar's maybe? Yeah, I've heard about your opinions on Tears of the Kingdom, and it's interesting. I'm kind of neutral about it. It's like, it's more Breath of the Wild. It incorporated some new features and stuff, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, that's cool, but why did it take so long? But it's interesting just hearing your takes on it. Do you kind of feel the same way that Joshy feels, where it just doesn't seem like it has dignity and it's made for the memes with all the crafting and such with the Echo ability? I played it at PAX West. I had a great time with it. And honestly, I like it more than Mario Party Jamboree, but that only had mini games in it. I'm gonna get Echoes of Wisdom probably tomorrow. I got a day off of work on Saturday, so that's gonna be good. I recently started a full-time job in addition to YouTube, so that's why the video output has been a little bit slow. It just seems like Tears of the Kingdom, it just lets you do whatever you want in it. And that's kind of the thing. It's like a sandbox game, even though it's open world. It's a great game, but at the same time, I don't have too much strong opinions about it. Although, Goomba, that would make for a great video. I'd love to see your takes on it. My honest opinion, Red Demeech's music is not good. I can appreciate the effort, but I'm going to give my critical thoughts. It's not good. The Cupcake one was at least good because it was funny, but the others, eh. Cupcake one is good though. No! Riders DX is right. Crumpled up Demeech. Echoes of Wisdom, yeah. With Echoes of Wisdom, it's something completely different than Tears of the Kingdom was to Breath of the Wild, where that was very much a thing that was iterative, and that's not a bad thing. But at the same time, when it comes to iteration, you can't get better than Super Mario Galaxy 2. I wonder if they ever will make a linear Zelda game again. I might react to the songs. I think that'd be funny. Riders DX should play Super Sonic 64. Seems like his type of game. But it's too old because it's on the N64. Have a good night, Caleb. Stay safe. We're literally at a point where the last classic Zelda game, if you want to call it that, was Skyward Sword. I followed a little bit of it. I talked to Riders DX a lot, so he's kept me updated. But I'm going to check out the game. I'm probably going to get it on my dust collecting Xbox Series X because it's more powerful. But Sega games always go on sale here. Like, I never get them at launch. Why pay $60 when it's going to be $30 for Black Friday? Did that with Frontiers. Did that with Superstars. Gonna do the same with Shadow X Sonic Generations. I can't trust Sega either. They are just not consistent. There's always something holding a game back, especially with Sonic Superstars. It wasn't even something offensively bad either. The problem with it is, it's just like such a nothing game. Even as a more casual Sonic fan, I definitely felt that. It's funny because Riders DX and I, that was our first collab. Little did we know what was in store. Lonely Goomba, if you ever want to come to America for conventions, you gotta go to PAX East or PAX West with us. It's an insane time. Riders DX, you definitely could attest to that. It was just wild, man. Shadow Generations look peak, and I'm still looking for the catch. Seems like there's always a hedgehog's paw. PAX West was amazing. PAX East was the first convention I went to, but PAX West was the one that was insane. I'm really hoping for a Street Pass Live 4. Yeah, considering how much the plane ticket is, you could stay with us. Got you covered, Goomba. Nightmare fuel by... Oh, I'm just thinking. Do you want to stay at the Motel 6? You want to go there? You got to stay at the motel in order to go to PAX. That's just how it works. Well, not actually. We stayed at the Ramada. It was Furman who stayed at the Motel 6. Believe me, when Riders DX said he's coming to Florida, immediately I wanted to just tell him Motel 6 is there, and he's like, I'm not staying at the motel. That's actually a fact. Motel 6 has a. I never thought of a Demeech anime. I thought of the Demeech movie, but never the anime. But Lonely Goomba, that'd be cool to have you. You ever done a panel before? Because I'm thinking of doing a panel and be cool to have you on there. I'm doing a or planning my first ever panel of my own. I've been on Street Pass Live 2 and 3, but that was mostly hosted by Uncle Nick, and it's gonna be cool. And I already have an idea of what at least one of them's gonna be. Oh, did you enjoy your time in the neighborhood? Welcome to the neighborhood. The one you took me to, where there was the fight and there was a guy doing drugs in front of the convenience store? Not particularly, no. Orange Hostess Cupcake Demeech. You'd be surprised. Attendance for panels can really just be way more than you expected. That goes for the two that I did. You meet a lot of cool people too at conventions and stuff. Even though I haven't started showing my face regularly until now, I was still getting recognized, but I also got a custom Demeech shirt. So for you, Lonely Goomba, you probably need to wear a Lonely Goomba shirt at the panels and stuff. You'd be good to go. But I definitely think you are popular enough for people to show up. If I am, you definitely are. I don't want to think about Ryder's time going to a Taylor Swift concert. That is the last thing I'd ever want to do. Well, one of the last things. Obviously, there are worse things, but I do not want to go to a Taylor Swift concert. Hey, Goomba, would you go to a Taylor Swift concert? What do you think of Taylor Swift? We have a policy on this channel that we are not fans of Taylor Swift. Glorb is the best in the industry right now. What sounds better? Going to a Taylor Swift concert and paying an insane amount for the ticket, or spending 2 weeks at the Motel 6? You probably could do more. For the price, you probably could spend a month at the Motel 6. If it was a gift, if I was going, okay, if someone gave it to me as a gift, yeah. But if it was Riders DX giving it to me, no, we're not doing that. I've heard the Taylor Swift songs. I don't know the lyrics. I know some of them. I can't stand her music though. It's just not my thing. I'm not in the demographic. I guess that's fine. But she's developed a cult-like following where it's like at any moment, planet Earth about to be recycled. Your only chance to evacuate is to go to the Eras Tour. We've actually had this discussion, yes. Be on the lookout for that, guys. October 5th is going to be cool. Yeah, a cult-like following is definitely what she has going on. And I don't get it. I guess maybe my theory is that she's apparently the model celebrity. I guess. I got nothing. I honestly got nothing there. All her songs are just about boys. It's all about her boyfriends and stuff. And it's just like, I can't relate to that. She's just talking about boys breaking her heart. Nah. I it's I don't swing that way. But honestly, if there was a guy singer talking about how many times girls broke his heart, I probably wouldn't be interested in that either. Because what's actually good music is talking about being a bikini bottom, Karen gets revived as a mech, and also they're sipping the perp. A secret country depression. It's going to be a 4.5 hour long video. I wonder if this portable charger will work when I'm streaming. Let's see if I can get another light source. Sipping hella lean, smoking hydro. Or let's see what I could use. Oh, I got it. I got an idea. Glorb is like Boy, What's SpongeBob, but more edgy and has better music and better music videos. All right, let's find a light source. Room's a bit of a mess, but that's okay. It's always the year Luigi in the Demeech household. And for the other light source, we're going to use my lit Joy-Cons that I make. I discontinued the LED ones, but I might bring them back. There's just so much that can go wrong with making them. Riders DX, you might think that Furious isn't intellectual until you see some of the comments he's left on streams. Goomba, these also have a D-pad on them. So it's a game changer for 2D platformers. Debating whether or not I should play my Switch because you probably can't really see anything that well. Were these the same Joy-Cons that you got, Goomba? These ones here? I actually got these to review, so probably going to do a video on that soon. Yeah, I think these are the ones. I missed the unhinged comments, I will say that. Just aligning with the Mario Brothers. I was going to review the Nixie GameCube ones, but unfortunately, the guy who sent me them to review, he's no longer working there. So unfortunately, it fell through. Rob! What's up, Rob? Good to see you. Rob is in the chat. Rob, it's a coping mechanism. Yeah. Might as well meet you. Now, who are all these clones? I don't know. It's a coping mechanism. We could have gone to that One Piece restaurant. We're not doing that, Rampant. I would say for Mario Party, I am hyped about it. But at the same time, I'm not too much of a Mario Party guy. I'm definitely more of a fan of the Mario RPGs, platformers, Mario Kart. Most of those games are more my type, but I am hyped for it. It seems really promising. And I did play it at PAX West, so there's that. That could ruin the game if the partners are OP. Meryl, thank you for the donation. Very kind of you. And yeah, have a good night. Stay safe if you're in Florida. Or not in Florida. Don't go out during a hurricane. Super Mario Party had a lot of issues. I'm glad I skipped out on it. I'm glad I just waited for Mario Party Superstars instead. Spent an hour. Can see how cool these Joy-Cons are. I wish that too, but I've been replaying Mario Wonder a lot. I wish it was more challenging, I'll give it that. I wish there was a way to get both cameras on a stream. It's the marketing team. It's a coping mechanism. How do you feel about the take that it's like New Super Mario Brothers 5? Because I don't see that. especially when you turn into a freaking elephant. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Nintendo does DLC much outside. This is actually a good topic to bring up. It doesn't seem like Nintendo does DLC much for their games anymore outside of the multiplayer games. Yeah, that's an insane take that I heard. I like to play some Sonic Golf drunk out of my mind with chili cheese vodka. Oh, that would be nice right now. Not the chili cheese vodka, just regular vodka. Yeah, Wonder definitely feels like its own thing. But with DLC and Nintendo games, anyone else feel that they got it right the first time in the 3DS and Wii U era, and from there it just went downhill? Like when they originally started doing it, it was additional content for their complete games, and it was great. You got DLC for Mario U despite it being an underwhelming game. It had some great DLC. Luigi U is great. And even the coin packs in New Super Mario Bros. 2 are really good. But from that point forward, we're just not seeing DLC in their single player games. This isn't even about the free updates. It's just that we're not seeing DLC in any more of their traditional single player games. And even other games like Mario Party Superstars, which now we understand why, but that could have benefited from DLC. Splatoon had decent story DLC. I'm assuming you're referring to Splatoon 3. I didn't really get into Splatoon 3. I just saw it as more of the same. Probably should go back to it, but it's a game that I just felt was an unnecessary sequel, but I don't feel too strongly about it. 2 and 3, both of them had good story modes. It still pissed me off how Superstars never got DLC yet Jamboree. That's what I'm assuming. What I'm assuming happened is that Jamboree got the DLC for it was gonna get DLC, but then it just didn't. So that's why the boards are in Jamboree. Why'd I look like Nick? If I look like Nikocado Avocado, you need to get an eye test. You might be blind. It looks very similar. It's running on a similar engine. I played it at PAX West, and I could already tell that the engine is very similar, if not the same. Some things look a little better, but it's clearly reusing assets. Huh, speaking of asset reusing sequels, that's what Jamboree seems like. No, even Skinny Avocado doesn't look like me. I look like McLovin with the glasses, I've been told. Definitely look a bit nerdy with them, so that's why I usually wear contacts, but it's okay to be a nerd. Just depends what I'm doing. Joshy and the Seasons. You know, now I can actually make the Luigi's Mansion videos. Because you're not supposed to play Luigi's Mansion in the summer. You guys remember that. Joshy says, don't play Luigi's Mansion in the summer and don't play Super Mario Sunshine in the fall. Otherwise, I would make Uncle Joshy very, 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 very upset. There probably is not going to be DLC because they're going to start working on the next game. Yeah, with Switch 2 coming, it seems like it. And I already feel like if the boards are, as Billy Facillo said, it's going to be huge. The boards are huge. So I feel like that. Josh, yeah, he does that. He redecorates his house for every season, specifically Halloween and Christmas. I can't wait for his Paper Mario Christmas special. But Lonely Goomba, I'm going to stream more often. So if you're ever down to join on Discord, be part of the chat, that'd be awesome. For this stream, I'm using my phone, so it's not through Discord, it's just through the YouTube app itself. But that'd be cool. I just know you're in a different time zone, but considering it is what time? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, wow. Time flies. It's almost midnight here. Yeah, it's almost midnight. And it's got to be a lot later in the UK. Either you are a night owl or you just got up. Oh boy, 5 a.m. I second that. Big fan of Goomba. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Goomba too. Have been since I was in middle school. Joshy's channel is called The Bit Block and JT Shine. Diddy Kong is one of the best Mario well, Donkey Kong characters. I gotta say, I do prefer Donkey Kong Jr. though. Oh, you mean that Diddy? Screw him. Diddy Kong, awesome. P. Diddy, piece of crap. He's got the same last name as me, but we're not related. It's a common last name. You know what game Nintendo released that just got completely forgotten? It's this one. Did anyone play Nintendo World Championships NES edition? I mainly got it for the collector's edition, but man, that game came and went. A lot of Nintendo's games have been forgettable this year. Not saying they're bad, but stuff like Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, it just seems like when they released, nobody was really talking about them. They really only sold that game, probably for the collector's edition or to have a release during the summer. But why did they release Luigi's Mansion 2 HD in the summer instead of the fall? All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap things up soon. Luigi's Mansion oddly sells well, or always sells oddly well. I don't think 2 HD did. I think it only sold 1 million. Endless Ocean Luminous was a weird game. It brought back a niche IP from Nintendo, but at the same time, it just felt like kind of a budget release. So it kind of failed in that regard. I found it to be enjoyable, but nothing amazing. I wish 2 HD looked like Luigi's Mansion 3. It really just feels like they brought over the 3DS game, and that was kind of it. You can see that there was effort to redo the models and such, but it just does not look that great. What? Wait, what? First 4 days? That explains it. That's crazy. For something that barely got any advertising. The only advertisement I really saw for it was on the Ritz Cracker Luigi's Mansion 2 HD giveaway thing. I never completed a Luigi's Mansion game, and I played through the first at a friend's but never finished. You should get three at least. That's the best one. Nintendo has a problem with making games, pricing them and accordingly. Another game I kind of forgot about was Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and that game is just looking to be a straight up port. I'm probably going to wrap things up like about now. But as always, guys, great to stream. Very nice to see the special guest, Lonely Goomba. You know, we streamed long enough. We were actually hoping for a special guest. Yeah, actually, since you've mentioned Princess Peach Showtime, that game did come and go. I definitely agree with you there. It wasn't bad, but also it was just too simplistic, where it just felt forgettable. Charming but forgettable is the best way to put it. I think that Super Princess Peach is a far superior game. Should have made a sequel to that. But I'm staying safe, guys. I'm hoping the power just goes back on because I don't want to. It's a coping mechanism. It's a good coping mechanism. I did get this little acrylic stand for Princess Peach Showtime. But yeah, first Hurricane Party stream. We got a special guest being Nathaniel Bandy. That was in 2022. Second time around, we got Lonely Goomba. So this stream was a success. So yeah, before I head out, what do you guys think? Should I do more streams like this where it's more casual and I'm just using my phone? Or do you guys prefer the capture card streams, the usual ones? Yeah, I'm gonna just feature myself, Pet Human, in more videos. That way it's more personable. I have another direction idea for the channel going forward. Nintendo's making great games again. Fury is still gonna happen, but not to the extent, but I've been planning on what to do for the channel for quite some time, and I think I got a really good direction coming. It's gonna be pretty much what you guys know and love, but there's gonna be more content. Because you notice a lot of Nintendo channels mainly just cover Nintendo games. So I'm gonna do a little more than that. And those SpongeBob reviews have been doing very well. So I'm definitely planning more animation as well. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining. And keep calm and da-da on. But also before that, yes, Harmon Smith, your videos are better. Make another one about me. All right. Have a good night, guys, and a good morning, Lonely Goomba.